What happens when a teacher tells a simple woman to solve calculus as a joke? You won't believe what happened next in this university classroom that left everyone speechless. Jennifer Martinez pushed her cleaning cart down the mathematics building hallway. At 35, she'd been working as custodial staff at this prestigious university for 5 years. But Jennifer wasn't just any cleaning lady. Every evening as she cleaned classrooms, Jennifer would pause at blackboards covered in complex mathematical problems, her mind automatically working through solutions that had stumped graduate students hours before. She'd learned through discarded textbooks, studying them during lunch breaks in the basement storage room. Tonight was different. As Jennifer approached Dr. Richard Mitchell's advanced calculus classroom, she heard raised voices. Dr. Mitchell, known for his brilliant mind and equally brilliant arrogance, was berating his students. "This is absolutely unacceptable," his voice carried. "This problem should be child's play for someone at your level." The 20 students sat in uncomfortable silence. Jennifer could see exactly where they'd gone wrong. Dr. Mitchell's voice dripped with condescension. "Perhaps we need to go back to basic arithmetic." Jennifer knew she should continue past, remain invisible, unimportant. But something about the defeated expressions made her pause. She'd grown up in a working-class family where higher education was a luxury they couldn't afford. When her father fell ill during her senior year, she'd taken a job instead of pursuing her scholarship. Mathematics remained her secret world. Jennifer quietly entered and began cleaning. Her eyes kept drifting to the complex problem on the board. "You know what?" Dr. Mitchell suddenly wheeled around. "Maybe we need a fresh perspective." "You there?" He pointed at Jennifer. "Since you seem so interested, why don't you come up here and give it a try?" The classroom fell silent. "I should probably just continue with my work, sir," Jennifer said quietly. "Nonsense," Dr. Mitchell boomed. "We're all about inclusive education here. Show us what you've got." His words dripped with sarcasm. Jennifer's face burned. Part of her wanted to flee, but another part sparked with defiance. "What exactly would you like me to do?" "Solve that problem." Dr. Mitchell gestured grandly. He was setting her up for public humiliation. Jennifer walked toward the front. She was done being invisible. Jennifer's fingers trembled as she grasped the chalk. She studied the complex problem and began to work. "First, we need to identify what type of problem we're dealing with," Jennifer said, her voice growing confident. "This requires careful application of advanced differentiation rules." Dr. Mitchell's smirk faltered. Jennifer worked through each step with remarkable clarity. Several students leaned forward. Her explanations were clearer than many they'd heard from professors. "The trick is recognizing the pattern and applying the proper transformation," Jennifer continued, working through calculations with fluid precision. Dr. Mitchell stepped closer, bewildered. Every step demonstrated sophisticated understanding. "The final step requires us to simplify using fundamental mathematical relationships," Jennifer said, completing the solution. "That's absolutely correct," whispered a student, amazed. Dr. Mitchell stared, struggling to process what he'd witnessed. "Mathematics is like a language," Jennifer said softly. "Once you understand the grammar, complex problems become manageable." A student asked, "How did you know which technique to apply first?" "Experience with similar problems. I've worked through hundreds of these, just not in a formal classroom setting." "Where exactly did you learn advanced calculus?" Dr. Mitchell asked, strained. "Books," Jennifer said simply. "Textbooks that were being discarded. I've been studying mathematics for years." "That must have been lucky," Dr. Mitchell said weakly. "Beginner's luck, perhaps." Jennifer looked at him steadily. "Would you like me to solve another one?" Dr. Mitchell's face flushed. "Anyone can solve one problem. Let's see how you handle something truly challenging." He wrote a significantly more complex problem, advanced multivariable calculus. Jennifer studied it and began her solution, breaking down the problem methodically. Her approach demonstrated deep conceptual understanding. When she completed it, the silence was deafening. "That's incredible," said a student. "You made it look elegant." "I work the night shift," Jennifer said with quiet dignity. "After cleaning, I have a few hours before my morning job. I've been using that time to study." "You have 2 jobs?" a student asked. "3, actually. That's how I afford books." The weight settled over the classroom. "For 5 years, I've walked these halls invisible," Jennifer said. "But intelligence doesn't care about your bank account or if you wear a uniform instead of designer clothes. Curiosity doesn't discriminate." Dr. Mitchell stepped forward. Jennifer, what if there was a way to get you into the program officially? Your mathematical intuition is extraordinary. I appreciate what you're trying to do, but I'm not looking for charity. This isn't charity. This is recognition of exceptional ability. There are scholarships, work-study programs. For the first time, Jennifer looked uncertain. The dream she'd buried was threatening to resurface. Dr. Mitchell pulled out a business card. There's a special admissions process for students with exceptional circumstances. Just think about it. Jennifer took the card with trembling fingers, feeling something fundamental shift inside her. 6 months later, Jennifer stood at the front of her own classroom, facing 20 undergraduate students. She'd earned her place with flying colors, 99th percentile on placement tests, full scholarship, plus a tutoring position. Mathematics isn't about being the smartest person in the room, Jennifer told her students. It's about being curious enough to ask questions and persistent enough to keep searching for answers. After class, she approached a quiet student who reminded her of herself. Lisa, right? I noticed you seem to understand the concepts really well. Lisa looked down. I'm not really supposed to be here. I work in the cafeteria, but she trailed off, embarrassed. But you love mathematics, Jennifer said warmly. Would you like to stay after class sometime? We could work through some additional problems together. You do that even though I'm not really a student. Everyone who wants to learn is really a student, Jennifer replied. Curiosity doesn't require enrollment. Jennifer's story reminds us that genius isn't confined to prestigious halls or expensive degrees. It exists in unexpected places, waiting for someone brave enough to step into the light.